Well, hello everyone. I want to go ahead and get started on the California dashboard, just this presentation. First and foremost, this is the accountability system for the state of California. It's the accountability system that goes into the papers and how we're going to be measured as far as effectiveness from a district standpoint and then also as a school. So it's very important that we pay attention to this data. It is actually beneficial in some ways is that it's based on growth over time. So you'll learn a lot about a school and their program, their instructional program, their socio-emotional program as well, based on the data year in and year out with the California School Dashboard. As I've mentioned in staff meetings before, it is not cohort match data, it is year to year, but over time, longitudinal data does paint the picture about your school and about the things that you're able to accomplish or not accomplish as a whole in language arts, in math, the suspension, chronic absenteeism. Those are the things that we look at. But then also, what kind of gains are we making with respect to kids and their learning and stuff. So Earhart Middle School, if you type Amelia Earhart into the Amelia Earhart Middle, you're going to get this little link right here. And you just simply click on it and it's going to come right up to our page. So this where it says generate PDF report right up here is just going to give you a report of everything that's on the screen here. And then you can view all schools, so you can see all the schools in the district. And then we're going to talk about view additional reports here just in a second. So here is our school, and this is what the dashboard looks like. They don't have the dials anymore, so so now they have the indicators look just more like, I guess for a lack of a better word, a speedometer. Right here, so chronic absenteeism is an orange. It's an area that we need to improve on and look at, and it's just basically students that have been absent 10% or more in the school year, and we do have that. That does ebb and flow based on the kind of students that we serve, typically in that 504 realm and so forth. Our suspension rate is in the green, and we did show some positive gains in that area. So it's hard to say positive gains because we've declined. So you want to decline on your suspension rate, which gives you the positive gains. English language arts, we're still green. We were green before, but there was some decline, and I'll talk about that in a little bit later. And in the math, we're still in the yellow. So as far as colors and what it looks like from a bird's eye view, we didn't change much as it relates to our achievement, but we did have some declines on the distance from standard, and many of you have heard me say distance from 3. The state of California now calls it distance from standard. So some of our school details, not like you didn't know that, but there was 916 students enrolled for our student population last year. 35.9% were economically disadvantaged, 2.6 English learners, and 0.2 is foster youth. Now, when you want to view more information, so what kind of students do we serve? This is our demographic, so you can take a look. When you click on that, you'll see English learners, foster youth. You'll see what percentage of our population of our students do we serve, and so it'll give you that bird's eye view of just, what are the students that are in front of us each and every day, all right? And again, that is right here where it says view more information. So here's that academic performance. So when you look down here where it says equity report, these are the number of groups that were in language arts that were in the green. So we have 4 of our subgroups, which is the majority, were in the green, 2 in the yellow, 1 in orange, and 1 in red. And then if you look at us at the state, so we were 23.6 points above the standard. You look at the state and it's 6 points below the standard. So we're quite a bit above in language arts, the state average as it relates to distance from standard or distance from 3. So I wanted to share that. But as far as how we serve students and who we serve year to year, we had a 3.2 point decline. In mathematics, a little bit of a steeper decline, 7.1 decline. We did stay in the yellow, so and in math, 9.7 points below the standard. Now, that's not uncommon. So for those of you that are not aware, in 8th grade math, the rigor, you do see a lot of slide across the state of California, actually across the nation, with respect to 8th grade mathematics and the slide that occurs from 7th to 8th grade. So it does happen. And if you look at our groups, we had 3 groups in green, but 3 in orange, so only 1 in yellow. So, and this is an area we'll look at those subgroups and see, okay, what can we target and what can we do better? As it relates to the state is 36.4 points below the standard. So as a school and as we compare to the state with our demographics, which we have an affluent demographic, we are well above the state average in distance from 3. English learner progress, it's all relative to here. We do have 29 English learners, and you can get more details on all of this. So like for this, you can get more details, and this will tell you the subgroups. So in any of those areas, language arts, math, or the suspension rate, you can see the areas like we had our English learners, our Hispanic students, and our socioeconomically disadvantaged students in the orange. And you can look at students with disabilities and so forth. So it does give you a breakdown. So, but I will go back. Again, when you look at these areas right here, you can see more details. So language arts, math, English learners, and then academic engagement, which was chronic absenteeism. So, and lastly, I forgot to mention, sorry, in suspension rate. So we did show some positive gains, which means we declined in our suspension rate. We had 5 subgroups in the green and 1 in orange, and we actually had 1 group in blue. Okay, so if you want more detail, so that just gives you kind of like, okay, what color and how did we do? But you really want to get into view additional reports. So when you look at the reports here, the first one, so let's say we look at our 3 indicators, our main 3 indicators are going to be suspension rate, ELA, mathematics, and then chronic absenteeism, which we'll get we'll have more data next year. Okay, so let's take a look at English language arts, and it's actually right here. And you get the 5x5 grid. So we can see where all of our students are. So this year, they scored in that high range. We scored in the high range, but we declined a little bit. Okay, so that's where we are with language arts. So if we would have maintained, so like how did we do against last year's kids? We declined as it related to last year's kids. This column right here is just how did we score this year? And we scored high, but we declined because last year we scored high, and the percentage of students in distance from 3, there was more students closer to the distance from 3. You can see the subgroups, white, socioeconomically disadvantaged, African American. You see where all of our students are, English learners and students with disabilities. Now, you can get even more detail because sometimes looking at that, you're like, okay, what does that mean? Again, this is what level we scored for the year that we just took the test. So 2018, this is how we scored. This column across tells us how do we compare to last year's group of kids. Okay, that's about as easy as I can explain that to you. Now, viewing detailed data. This gives you a little bit more data. So, like all students, we were green, but we declined, and then you can see the minus 3.2, and English learners, you can see the orange, socioeconomically disadvantaged, yellow. We maintained that level overall with socioeconomically disadvantaged, but we had a -9. So you can see the minuses mean that we had some students grow away from the distance from 3, and we want to grow them closer to it as it relates to the group from the year before. So, but we did have some greens increase significantly with our African American group, which is very, very positive, and in our Asian students. Our white, where we maintained, had slight growth, but 2 or more races we declined significantly. Look at the -22. So this is just some more data. So going back to this screen, we're going to go ahead and pull up mathematics. And it's the same type of thing. So I want to make sure everybody has the data and this little presentation. So you can see where we scored with all students, our African American group, socioeconomically disadvantaged students with disabilities, our white students. And we can see, again, this is how we scored this year. So this column right here, low, very low, low, medium, high, and so forth is how did we do in 2018? Over here is how did we do compared to 2017? And so we either maintained, we increased, or declined. And in this case, we declined a little bit more significantly than we did in language arts. So let's look at that. View detailed data. And then when you view that detailed data, and I want everybody to do that, get familiar with this. This is the state accountability system. You can see where we're yellow, you can look at the oranges, and you can see the areas we decreased in. And this should give you some insight about, okay, what the students do I have in front of me? How did they score the year prior? And what are some gains that we can make with the students that we have in our seats today? So these are the math indicators, and I'll go ahead and move back to our last indicator that I want to go into is the suspension indicator. So again, you're at the 5x5. And we're going to go ahead and look at suspension rate. And you'll see some gains here. So looking here, you see where all our students are. That means that now it's opposite because we declined, and the decline is what you want with suspension. So it's obvious, it's opposite. So I don't want anybody to get confused by that. And you can see that we made a growth with 5 of our groups with respect to the suspension rate. And then when you look at the view detail data, one of the areas of big concern was with our African Americans and African American students, and why we were seeing such a, they were in the red, and we wanted to find out what are some things that we can do to encourage our students and feel like they have a voice, and there was some significant gains. So this data is broken down. It's really about distance from standard, getting students closer to that mean or above it, so above or closer to that proficient level in both ELA and math, and then also to the level where students, we want to see balance across the school when we look at suspension and chronic absenteeism. So that is the report in a nutshell. Now, this doesn't replace, still, we're going to have Illuminate reports. We're still going to have percent proficient reports on how students are doing in language arts and math. And those scale scores matter, like where students are on that scale score. If we grow their scale score, and I want everybody to keep in mind, whenever we grow their scale score, it doesn't matter if they're in standard not met. When we grow their scale score, we're pushing them closer to distance, or we're closer in their distance from 3. We're moving them closer to that mean or that level. And that's what we're about. We're trying to grow all of our students. When they're sitting in front of us, we have that opportunity to make that difference and really look at those things. So again, here is the front dashboard page. Remember the view more information tabs if you want to, and then also view additional reports, and that'll get you to the 5x5 grid, and then you can get more additional data on that 5x5 grid broken down by subgroup. So and if you just want this report, just generate the PDF report for this and you can have it. So reach out to me if you have any questions. I do appreciate all of your hard work and working with our students, and I know that we're going to make significant gains for the students and close that achievement gap that we have with some of our students. All right, take care. Bye.